All right, I just want to talk about the marriage being the model between Jesus and the church. Going into my marriage with Jennifer, I didn't have a clue what that was because everything on this earth, everything that we hear, everything that we see, everything that we try to do, everything that surrounds us doesn't train us to be the men or the husbands that we're supposed to be in Christ. And I had to do a lot of reading and learning and kneeling and giving up to get to where I needed to be. And I feel like getting to where I need to be is a daily process. It's a sanctification process that I learn every day and I do every day. And I just pray that I'm doing better and better as each day goes on. But it's perfect in Ephesians because it tells us, and if we can do it, and it's perfect in Ephesians because if we can look at this as an outline for our marriage, it's excellent. But I just want to share with you Ephesians 5, verse 25 says, "Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." So in that in the marriage, we're supposed to give ourselves up for her. There's going to be a lot of sacrifices that the man needs to lay down for her. Christ went to the cross for the church. So when we think about that, ultimately, will the husband go to the cross for her? That's heavy. That's real heavy. Gave himself up for her, verse 26, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word. We're supposed to be in the word, guys. And, a lot of times we work, we try to do a little bit for ourselves, regardless whether that's go play ball or go do photography or whatever it may be. And we get this excuse in our head that we've not had time to get in the word. Everybody does it. Don't say you don't. I do it. But we're supposed to cleanse her with the word so that she can follow us fearlessly, not out of fear, not with, the man having the commanding hand and, you will follow me. None of that. None of that mess. We want to be the type of leader that she's going to follow us to wherever we want to go, because ultimately we need to be leading her to Christ. In verse 27, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing. I honestly feel that, as husbands, if we can do that, if we can just grasp that concept, we will be able to get somewhere to where we can present Jesus with our wife without spot, nor wrinkle, nor blemish. And we will have done our job. But we have to learn how to let go of the things of the world. We have to learn how to do those sacrifices so that we can get where we need to get in our marriage. In verse 28, in the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. Verse 29, for no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does the church. Now, this is an epidemic that I see so many times. Husbands griping and complaining about their wives. Maybe they don't have dinner done at the right time, or maybe the house ain't clean, or whatever it is. Who cares? You ain't dead because you complaining about not eating. Your house can be a mess. You know what I mean? We're supposed to nourish and cherish our wives. We're supposed to love them and treat them unlike anything else on this world. We're supposed to make that woman feel as if that woman is the only thing that matters in this world, not our jobs, not our hobbies, not our desires. Nothing on this earth is above our wives, because ultimately we follow Christ to lead our wives to him. If we read on, skip just a little bit, go to verse 32. It says, this mystery is profound, and I am saying that it refers to Christ and the church. You got that right. Profound. So if we can do those things, it's not going to be easy. I ain't going to lie, because we have to live in this world. If we'll do those things, we'll get a lot farther. Uh, I feel like there's a lot of husbands missing the point. I don't know if it's a pride issue or maybe they just don't know. I don't know what it is. A lot of them are following Christ to begin with, and first and foremost, get saved, follow Christ. You will learn these things as you go. But those who are following Christ, but yet don't cleanse their wife with the washing of the word, don't cherish her or nourish her or make her feel like she's the only one that matters. Just take a step back, reassess your life, reassess everything that you've got set in front of your marriage so that you can put your marriage first. I did something at my wedding. I didn't understand a lot of things, when me and her started dating, but in our dating process, leaps and bounds, not only in our relationship, but in our relationship with Christ. But I surprised her with a foot washing at our wedding. This is the point that men are missing. We should lift our wives up so high that they can reach out and touch God. We are the masters of the home, just like Jesus was the Son of Man when he roamed, but yet he bowed down in front of the disciples to wash their feet. So I felt, as going into the role of being the man of the house and Jennifer's husband, I felt like I needed to kneel down in front of her and wash her feet to show her that no matter what, I'm here to serve her. I want her to follow me as I serve her. I want her to stand behind me and go wherever I go as I serve her, as I am her servant. Because people don't understand when Jesus did that, it wasn't simply washing of the feet. It was him bowing down and washing the dung and dirt and grime off of the feet of men who had been walking all day in the dirt roads. It's one of the most significant acts of servanthood ever recorded. And I still feel that way today with my wife. After 5 years, nothing's changed. It's only got better. Being able to kneel down in front of her and wash her feet. Being able to take her to church and cover her when I pray. It's an amazing thing. If you hadn't done it, do it. Follow Christ. Do that for your wife. Put your wife first. Marriage first above all things. When I was doing a little bit of research, I ran across this article. It had this one segment in it, John Piper. And this is what I'm going to end with. The unity of man and woman in marriage is a mystery because it conceals, as in a parable, a truth about Christ and the church. The divine reality hidden in the metaphor of marriage is that God ordained a permanent union between his Son and the church. Human marriage is the earthly image of this divine plan. As God willed for Christ and the church to become one body in Galatians 3:28 and 1 Corinthians 12:13, so he willed for marriage to reflect this pattern, that the husband and wife become one flesh. And it goes all the way back to Genesis 2:24. One flesh. Marriage is the model. Men, we need to step up. We need to do our jobs as godly husbands. We need to be in the church. We need to be on the forefront of having a servant heart. We are not too good to bow down and serve others. We are not too good to kneel down in front of our wives and wash her feet to serve her. If she needs anything in the house, do it for her. We're not above any of that. Marriage is the model. We should be one flesh. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. That was done maybe a year ago. I just felt like it was a good thing to repost it as I'm starting Marriage Monday, just to show how I stood firm in my beliefs then. I'm going to stand firm in my beliefs now and continue to build on them. Starting next week, I'll be having new videos for Marriage Monday. Stay tuned. Hope y'all enjoy. God bless you.